Hi everyone. Today I'm going to share my experience and knowledge in the product management, and specifically now we are going to discuss the importance of competitive analysis and how to actually conduct the competitive analysis. And here's our agenda for today, and we will talk like why essentially we have to do competitive analysis, how to do competitive analysis, what criteria we are going to use to compare different products and companies. We are going to share with you workflow, how to collect data, what source and tools to use for collecting data, and how to find unique advantages over competitor products, and finally how to adapt your product to become successful and the winner. And my name is Vasily Rudomanov. I'm experienced product manager and product director in multiple startups in the Web 2 and Web 3 areas. I'm founder of few startups as well. I'm entrepreneur. I'm doing consulting, advising, mentorship, and coaching. I have been working in IT for many years and have quite wide experience in product management, software development, software as a service, cloud technology, and so on and so forth. And last but not least, I'm author of a book and educational course about product management, and you can find this course over this link. So please join me and let's get started. So in my courses, I use a framework of my own development based on dozens of Western frameworks, and I have adapted this framework to my needs and experience. And this framework includes various strategic elements that influence the long-term development of the product. And I'm happy to share this knowledge with you and help to develop your products and competencies. Within the product management framework, we look at activities that can be both tactical and strategical. Tactical actions are aimed to obtain immediate results, while strategic ones focus on long-term impact of your product development. And competitive analysis and competitive landscape is critical important part of product development, because it's helping us understand how our products can be unique and competitive in the market, and it should be included in the very early stages of the product development, because results of it can take time to implement, but they essentially, and the earlier you start, the better. So please take a note, competitive analysis is a crucial part, and you have to do it at the very beginning of your development. And I would like to emphasize that competitive analysis is not only about evaluating the strength and weakness of your competitors, but it's also developing a strategy that takes those factors into account to beat the competitors. This requires analytical thinking, strategical vision, and the ability to communicate with the market. And as the well-known American economist Philip Kotler said, bad firms ignore their competitors, average firms copy them, and the leading firms beat the competitors. And there is so few competition right now in the many countries in Europe and Eastern Europe, in Asia. So I feel that the lack of long history of capitalism and competition in business, that's the reason why there is a very low competition. But I'm sure that we can change this. So please don't ignore your competitors, learn from them, and strive to beat them. And why actually it's really important to do competitive analysis? Because over my many years of product experience, I have come to the conclusion that only 2 weeks dedicated to competitive analysis can save you up to 100 weeks of work in various departments, including development, marketing, sales, and this is huge saving of time and money, especially considering that developing is non-competitive product can lead to significant financial losses. So please do your work, focus on competitive analysis, just spend 2 weeks and you will save a lot for your future product development. And before we will dive deeper in the competitive analysis, I would like to recommend familiarizing yourself with the works of Michael Porter, because he's a really well-known American economist and expert in the field of competitive analysis. And he identified three key directions for analysis: industry analysis, competitive analysis, and competitive positionings. All those methods will help you to better understand the market and define a strategy for your product. We will not touch industry analysis in this video because it's separate huge topic. But we will focus on competitive analysis and competitive positioning here. And talking about competitive positioning, according to Michael Porter, there is a different way of competitive advantages that you can use. And Porter argues that you can compete in only two directions: cost leadership and differentiation. And cost leadership involves minimizing the cost of creating and selling a product. The lower the cost, the higher the margin. This can be achieved either by reducing price or by ensuring lower operational expenses. For example, we can sell products at a lower price than competitors, thereby attracting buyers. The second way to compete is through differentiation. This is when you have unique functionality and offer that competitors do not have. Your product differs from others, but certain features then attract customers. For startups, competition in terms of cost is often impossible due to the lack of scale and resources. For example, if labor cost is cheaper because you live in non-Western country, and you might try to compete on the Western market just because you have lower labor costs. But this is rarely a successful strategy. Therefore, the main focus for startups should be on differentiation, highlighting the unique features of the product. It's also important to understand the concept of focus, where you concentrate on narrow market or niche. This is the same as differentiation, but applied to specific market segments. Focus helps startups to effectively compete by finding the unique niche and offering products that differ from competitors' offering. And today we will thoroughly explore how you can use those concepts to develop your business. And here's our workflow for today's video, and it is structured around 10 key points. First, we will start with defining the segment in which you operate. This is important because, for example, if you're developing a video app, you need to understand who your competitors are, because it's not always YouTube. You can just focus on narrow segment, just a short videos or video for youth. Then we will get information about your competitors in this segment. We will analyze how successful your products, features and pricing policy of your competitors are. Then we will discuss the quality and positioning of products, partnership and distribution channel. And special attention will be paid to the unique advantages of your competitors and the way how you can differentiate. At the end, we will talk about how to use collected data to create competitive strategy and develop effective methods to overcome competitors. So let's start our journey. And first of all, define the market through segmentation. And market segmentation is extremely important because you need to clearly define the niche you're working in. So not try to compete with major players like Google or Facebook. If that's not your niche, you must understand your unique features and advantages in chosen area. And the more granular segmentation you use, the greater opportunity you gain from this market share. So very successful strategy will be find segmentation, cut it twice, use more segmentation, and more segmentation. So finally, you have to have so niche segment that you can realistically reach 25% of this market just within 1 year. If you took very wide niche and you can't understand how you can gain this market share in 1 year, it means that you took the very wide segmentation. Try to narrow it down. And there is multiple ways how you can segment your market, and there's geography, demographics, psychographics, behavioral aspects, and use any of those criteria to find your target audience and understand what criteria are important for them during your product. Because this example of bad segmentation. We are building an application for taxi. No any aspects like on what market segments you are building this application. But if you say we are building a premium taxi app for Moscow region for B2B clients, this is quite narrow approach and good way to use your market segmentation to narrow down what you're building and for whom. Finally, when you decide on which market segment you are working in, let's take a close look on how to conduct competitive analysis. The very first step is to, find everyone that you already know, just study their websites. And you can just pick them down, and then you can use different industry directories to find alternatives for those names that you already known about your competitors, and you can just start looking on those industry catalogs, looking on the investors in these different catalogs who did fundraising for that companies, and you can take a look on portfolio of these investors. You can Google, name of your competitors, looking for alternatives, and finally you can ask your customers, in case if you already have those, like who from your competitors they are using right now. And at the end, you have to just have some simple spreadsheet in Google Sheets, in Airtable, when you will collect multiple names of your competitors. And you can use those industry catalogs that's present on the screen. SimilarWeb, Crunchbase, Craft, Geo2, Capterra, Obler, and different catalogs have different data over companies present there. And just to give you some clue, for example, on SimilarWeb you can learn quite well about competitors' site traffic, how many people visiting their websites. Also, you can find number of employees working in these companies. You can even though take a company rating, what geographical location people are sitting in, who are using this competitor, and also you can find the next list of competitors of that specific company. On Crunchbase, you can find information about how much money company raised or investments, and information about the founders, and you can even find contacts of founders and reach them just to talk and make networking. Craft.co provide data on capitalization, board members, customer base. In case if there were mergers or acquisition, you can also find this information on craft.co. G2 is quite useful for analyzing specific products of companies, including functionality, feature sets, and even though take a look on user reviews. Capterra will help you to learn about competitors' products, their prices, as well as customer reviews, and those sites will give you very valuable information about how your competitors position themselves in the market and what products they offer. So please use industry catalogs. It's quite a good source of information. Sometimes it could be free of charge, sometimes it's paid, but it's definitely worth to take a look and to choose something and try. Okay, let's go further. Next step is you need, when you have list of your competitors and their products, it's very important to determine how successful their products are. And while you're analyzing their functionality, you can just install the product, download them. You can study different marketing materials on their websites. You can review industry directories and catalogs. Please just record all the data you found in the table that you created on the previous step. It will help you for easy analysis. And of course, like those information are really important as present to this slide, like company's revenue, number of website visits, how much download rate of the products in case it's available, how many employees they have, and so on and so forth. Just start putting everything in your spreadsheet, and it will help you to find companies that have this fake it until you make it strategy. Means that there is no basically product yet. They just have a nice looking website, maybe some social medias, but there is no product in case if you can't install this product and get a review of them. But it also will help you determine this computer exactly is from your niche. Yeah. Remember when we did market segmentation, we found different criteria to understand in case if this product in your niche or not in your niche. That exercise will help you to understand better in case if this computer exactly is your inside your niche. And also it will help you to see that market is interesting, because in case if there is no competitors in your market segments, this is definitely a red flag for you. Why there is no competitors? Is it any customers on this segment? Is there any money that you can gain from your customers? Because no competitors means basically no market. So it's definitely much better to have some competitors in your market segment, but not like hundreds, of course. Let's go further. You understand like how your competitors' product is successful, and now you are going to analyze their functionality, what they actually can do with their product. And the main goal of this analysis is actually find a way how to differentiate yourself from competitors, to create these unique advantages. And that's the reason why we getting information about functionality of all competitors and find what feature are lacking in their feature set, what they're not giving to customers, but something that's demanded by customers. And you will find this in case if you'll have 10 competitors products in your spreadsheet. You will list all feature sets on this spreadsheet, and you will find this gap between one product and another product. That okay, this product from competitors A have feature A, B, C, D. Products from competitors B have feature D, E, F, but no A. And you can basically build your product when you combine feature set from different competitors' product in one product, and this may be unique advantages of your future product. And how to collect information about functionality? Of course, the most easiest way is just download, install, sign up on this software product. Use it, try to use it, become a customer, and like try to use it, and write while you're writing down all features that you will find while you're using this product. Of course, it's really important to read all documentation of this product. Documentation, white papers, data sheets, and so on. Again, it's important to take a look on different industry catalogs like G2, Capterra, because those catalogs has a list of features for competitors' product. And finally, you can Google like what feature has this product, and like you will find different posts on social media from users and so on, and you can use this information as well. Why you need to collect this data? Of course, first of all, because like you're building your roadmap, you're building your backlog for your product, and it's really important to have all functionality inside your backlog. Definitely, you will not build everything from this backlog, but at least you will write down and prioritize it later. Okay, let's go further. Okay, this is just example how your spreadsheet with feature set for your product and product of your competitors could look like. Yeah, as you can see, there could be different categories like feature for mobile app, feature for website, and there could be multiple, specific features, concrete features, and it's good approach in case you will use not just binary logic like, okay, I have this feature or I have no this feature, but you will have some kind of quality analysis of this feature. You will have 3, 5, 10 point scale when you will give a score to this feature, how exactly this feature is implemented inside your product or product of your competitors, to compare not just existence of this feature, but how this feature is implemented in your product, how successful this feature is, or how good quality of this feature is. Okay, then you need to understand better what is cost structure and business model of your competitors. And for that, I would like to just give you an example from Michael Lewis' book called The New Things. Because inside this book, Michael Lewis shows that there is a multiple new business models exist nowadays in IT industry. For example, Microsoft created a digital product like operation system Windows that cost almost nothing, just because the cost is copy. It's not like original product. It's a copy of digital product, and like you can sell it just as cost of CD disc, but like cost of CD disc like $1 or less, but you will sell it for $120 and you have significant margin for that. This example of successful business model with a huge margin. And one more example is like to use free content on your website to attract audience and earn money from advertising on this audience. So there's multiple business models, and like it's very important to understand what your product will use as a business model and what business model your competitors use for their product. And there's multiple business models can exist on the market right now, like software licenses, subscription of your product. Maybe you have physical product like iPhone or something like a new gadget with AI, or you can use embedded advertisement inside your product. Multiple ways. So please understand better like what business model exists on this market and find the best model that works for you. And maybe you will have the same product with the same feature set as your competitor, but you will use different business model. For instance, your competitor sell your product with just one paid license fee, but you can sell your product with monthly subscription fee, and you will gain your customers because like you can attract the audience with lower average bill or something like that. So this is truly important. Let's go further. It's important not only understand like is it existing product or not on the market by your competitor, but to understand is it really good product, what the quality of this product is, how this product is positioning themselves. And quality can be addressed by trying the product by yourself or studying customer reviews on various platforms. But positioning is how a company presents its product in the market. And effective positioning will help you find your unique niche and attract a loyal audience. And talking about positioning is really important because, for instance, when an Apple company gain iPod to the market, they build this positioning inside this orange square. When they gave answer to customers, this is a product inside this category for this audience, and that product provides that benefits. And unlike any other competitor's product in this category, our product has these unique advantages or differentiators. This is a way how to build positioning for your product, and in case if you can't build position for your product, it means that you don't understand for what category you're building product, what segment, with what benefits and with what differentiator. So this is the reason why it's really important to analyze positioning for your competitors, for yourself, and try find a niche inside different positioning of your competitors and understand like why you will beat them. Let's go further. Beside products and business model and quality, it's really important to understand what distribution channels are using by your competitors. And when we talk about distribution channels, it's basically talking about partnerships. Because when you build your product, for instance, you are building software product, you can sell your product by yourself, but it will be very hard to attract very early customers. But in case if you put your product in software marketplace like Google Play or Apple App Store, that exactly will be your distribution channel for your product, and you will focus in this case not only, but you will focus on developing your product, not on how to build distribution channel, how to find customers. Of course, you still need to find customers even you're using application marketplace, but there is already a channel how you can distribute your product to the customers, and you just need to find a way how to attract customers inside this channel, not to create new channel. And talking about channels, there is multiple ways how you can sell your product, like in general, not only about software product, but in general. You can use direct channel, like I'm a producer of software and your customers, please buy my product. You can use like different agents who are looking for customers and send the product. You can looking for retailer and so on and so forth. This is a list of different ways how you can use distribution channels, and it's really important to understand what channels are using by your competitors, because your advantage could be that you will use another distribution channel, or you will use the same distribution channel in much more effective way. So just don't forget about this aspect of your application. And when we're talking about unique advantages, of course there is something that you will see at first glance. You can easily detect price of competitors' products. You can analyze feature set or functionality. You can analyze quality and even positioning. But there is a different aspects that you can't analyze because it's hidden from you when you are not inside this company, this organization. And of course this is about business processes, purchase price of people, materials, development cost, how much you spend on different administrative expenses or legal and compliance. And on the modern market, there is so many companies, there are so many competitions, so maybe your product will not be unique in terms of price, functionality, quality and positioning. But in case if you have much better structure, business operations, administrative expenses or labor cost, that means that you can still be unique and you can use cost differentiator according to Michael Porter while building your product. And it could be quite a good strategy. And this is what important to understand when you analyze your competitors. And finally, when you analyze your competitors, when you find what's unique advantages of your competitors, when you find what quality the product have, when you find what price business model they use, here exactly you can find what will be unique for you, what will be your cherry on top, what competition you will use, cost competition or differentiation competition. And as I said at the very beginning of our talk, I believe competition or differentiator is much more attractive way for early stage startups, because only in this way you can find your first customers and gain revenue. Because in case if you will start competition on cost, it will be very hard to attract revenue at the very beginning of your product development. And finally, when you will find everything here, this is exactly a moment when you need to find strategy how to attack your competitors. And there is a multiple different strategies according to what place you are sitting inside this market segment. Because in case if you are market leader inside your market segment, means that you have more than 40% of market share. You will have your own set of strategies how to, attack challengers, or how to gain new market segments to your strategy and so on. In case if you're a challenger, meaning that you are not a leader, you're on the second or third place, you will have another set of strategy how to attack leader or follower or niche. And in case if you are inside the niche market share, you will have absolute another market competition attack strategy. This is a separate topic, how to choose attack strategy. I will have a special video about that. In case if you're interested, please follow me, and I will give you much more details here, but not for today's video. And when you will build your attack strategy, the next step is basically implement it to start attacking your competitors and gaining additional market share. And what if you will not do competitive analysis, and what if you will not pick your attack strategy, and what if you will not implement this attack strategy to your company and product? Then you have a chance to repeat story of Nokia, that well-known Finnish company, producer of mobile phones, that had market leader niche in mobile phone market, and market share was like more than 40%. But for some reason, Nokia stopped monitoring the market and competitors. They stopped implementing attack strategy. They stopped developing new version of their phones that will attract new customers. And as we can see, like in 10 years, Nokia market share dropped significantly, but other competitors and players on the market gain this market share. So please don't repeat Nokia story. Follow competitive analysis, follow attack strategy, and gain your market. And we are almost near the end, and I would like to share with you one interesting story. I believe it's very relevant to this audience. And story about so-called Red Captain. And it is said that several hundred years ago, when ships had to sail many days across the ocean to new lands, it was necessary to ensure that rats did not eat the provision on the ship. And to prevent that, they had to choose a red king or red captain for the ship. And how they did this? They put 10 rats in a cage and left them without food. After a couple of weeks, only one remained rat exists in this cage, the strongest, who actually devoured all the others. And this rat was made the captain transferred to the ship, and that rat did not allow other rodents to eat provision, ensuring that the safety of provision is in place. And this is a story about how the business market is also like the cage with rats. Resources are limited and the strongest will survive. As harsh it may seem, but in business, in the competitive struggle, those who can take a share from competitors survive. The number of customers, money in the economy, it's all limited. So when you create a product or a company, remember, you must be ready to fight for customers. Take them for competitors. Be strong. Uh, and yeah, this is a very good example of that legend. And you just can, remind yourself about such companies: Amazon, Google, Facebook, Microsoft, all this well-known IT brand. And you can think of them as, companies who changed the world, but all of them are red captains in the market segment, and they ate competitors at some point of time. Okay, finally, let me share a couple of recommended books for you for further reading. And the very first book is a classic, The Art of War by Sun Tzu. And this is an ancient Chinese military strategist, and he wrote this book 27 centuries ago, like 5th century BC. And Sun Tzu in his book describes various strategy games and techniques for fighting an opponent, how to analyze your enemies and competitors, how to fight them. And you know what is the most interesting in this book? He writes that war is the last resort of struggle when all other methods have failed. There are so many other ways, political, economical, ideological, and so on, which are much more effective and cheaper than direct confrontation. So please follow that, it will be really important for you. And the second book is something more modern, again, Michael Porter, the famous American economist and founder of competitive analysis. And his works are, a true business Bible for founders around the world. And in them, he talks about how to conduct competitive struggles, how to analyze competitors, and how to beat them. Those books are really treasure of knowledge for those who want to understand how to win in competitive fighting. And that's all for today. Thank you, everyone, for your attention. My name is Vasily Rudomanov. Please follow me on Telegram. Please write me something on my LinkedIn. Also, please take a look on my book about product management, and subscribe to my Telegram channel about creating software products and managing its entire cycle. On this QR code you can find all links to myself. Thank you a lot. See you soon. Bye.